Hey glitchgoers, it's Brett here giving you my review for Insomniac Games' third-person shooter, Sunset Overdrive. Sunset Overdrive is a new exclusive intellectual property for the Xbox One. It's a fast-paced, action-packed, open-world third-person shooter that definitely never takes itself too seriously. It's pretty obvious that the overall goal the developers were going for with Sunset Overdrive was pure fun. From its vibrant colours and oftentimes forgiving gameplay, the one thing this game ever really becomes is frustrating.
What the fuck is happening?
Even dying in Sunset Overdrive is entertaining, and can even bring a slight chuckle at times. The story itself is a comedic take on the whole zombie genre, with the cause of this outbreak being, would you believe, an energy drink. You play as a FizzCo employee who is lucky enough to be working the night of the launch event of FizzCo's new energy drink, Overcharge Delirium XT. After drinking Overcharge, the population of Sunset City start to transform into mutated monsters who become obsessed with consuming even more of the drink, as well as running rampant throughout the city. As you would suspect, you pretty much have to find your way out of Sunset City while dealing with the mutations now referred to as ODs, as well as the FizzCo company itself trying to cover up their huge-ass blunder in releasing the drink. Of course, along the way you'll meet up with other colourful characters who, for the most part, try and help you escape the OD-ravaged Sunset City.
Well, I got this here gun.
Yeah, I got guns too.
Damn! But how do I know you can use them?
I'm an American.
I can use a cocky son of a bitch like you. Looks good on camera.
Character customization, while basic, still gives you plenty of options to create your player. It itself is fun and is in no way limiting. You might not get a whole bunch of options from the get-go, but from clothing to tattoos and even making a bearded lady, there is enough to keep you coming back as you continue to play and unlock items. To top it off, if you want to completely change your character's gender halfway through the game, you can go straight ahead and do so, adding to the fun and freedom of the game. With its non-stop action and weapon variety, the gameplay always keeps you on your toes, and if you stand still for too long you will be totally swarmed by the enemy. From grinding, wall running and jumping, the game encourages constant movement, and with that just about every surface can be used to help keep your momentum going. At first this can be a lot to take in, but there can be nothing more satisfying than getting a good flow going while at the same time taking on what looks like a never-ending barrage of enemies. My only problem with Sunset Overdrive would have to be the missions, which creatively seem to have been one of the furthest things from the developers' minds. The missions really offer nothing that hasn't really been done before. The one thing it does do though, is flood those missions in its own sense of style, which is more than enough to render the mission structure a minor gripe. The weapons are well varied and each offers something different, and can be leveled up the more you use them. The overall progression and added features such as amps and traps really show a pretty in-depth system for a game that seems to pride itself on being something that you can just pick up and play and just go nuts with.
That was amazing. Are you like a superhero or something?
What?
It's just the way you move, the things you do.
Let's not forget the multiplayer, consisting of a co-op mode that puts a team of people together to face off against the OD hordes. With this multiplayer, beating other players' scores takes a backseat, with most of the focus being on completing objectives and being a part of some amazingly chaotic fights. Sometimes it gets so hectic that you can lose your character with everything that's happening on screen. But then again, I guess they don't call it Chaos Squad for nothing. With Sunset Overdrive, we have a great game that is truly a must-play if you're an Xbox One owner, and a game that is an awesome new IP. Its beautifully stylized visuals were really amazing to look at and play through. The way its cartoony art style and facial expressions are used to break the fourth wall really makes you feel like you and your character are playing this game together, and that they are more than just some programmed computer sprite.
Good job.
It's fun from beginning to end and is light-hearted and caters to the big kid inside all of us. With its at times crude humour, Sunset Overdrive knows how to push everything to its limits, and is a strong reminder that games can be just non-stop fun. With its missions being its only real fault, the fun gameplay and well-written humour more than make up for it.
It's rocket time!
I thoroughly enjoyed my awesome apocalypse and can't wait for more. I'm giving Sunset Overdrive a 9.5 out of 10.